Hey everyone, this is TJ, and you are listening to Beyond the Ring podcast. And this is the NXT review and NXT Takeover 36 predictions as well. So, guys, sit tight and do tell me your predictions as well on NXT Takeover 36, as well as what's your thoughts on this week's NXT. So, guys, before we get into this review and predictions, please make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content and reviews like this. So, officially getting into this review, guys, this week's NXT felt like a very storybook ending kind of episode, where they touch upon all the rivalries that the match is going to be at the pay-per-view on Sunday. And I did really like the way they actually did the show, and we had one great match as well, and we had a card change as well this time as well, because we began with uh, the Diamond Mine promo, where Malcolm Bivens told that Kushida is a coward because not wanting to face Roderick Strong, because we had an update that Kushida is not medically cleared to compete. And I don't know how this scenario where is this the right thing, or they are just something that's going on backstage or something, because we know how the NXT situation is going on. They are going to the tape show format as well from last week. That's the update we are getting. Monday and Tuesday they would be taping out two shows. So but Kushida had an update on his Twitter. He apologized to everyone, and he would be coming back, he says, and just that he just apologized to everyone. And last week we had Ember Moon, who was not medically clear to complete. As Her update is like her actually the she had something kind of a dental problem. That's why they didn't clear to compete for her. So that was it. Getting into the show, so we had an open challenge that was led by Malcolm Bivens for Roderick Strong, and we had Ilja Dragunov accepting the challenge. And Roderick Strong versus Ilja Dragunov, what a match this was. This was a great hard hitting match, very nasty as well in the ending, where both of them, Ilya Dragunov actually got busted open, and the blood actually was on to the Roderick Strong's backs as well. And I thought that if Strong is also busted open, but no, Dragunov was busted open because they were having such a stiff strikes. They were putting on forearms onto the neck and such knee strikes and all, and it was very hard hitting. It was very great to watch through, and such a strong style wrestling they actually produced. And just that German kind of style, the NXT UK style, they bring into this the first opening match. It was great match to open with, I would say. And the ending of the show, where we see that Ilya was going to tackle Strong, but he walked right into a high knee, which looked very sick, because it actually hit right onto the middle of your mouth, or onto the nose as well, I think so. And Ilya rebounded onto the ropes and hit his Torpedo Moscow, that running uppercut finisher on Strong for the victory. And so Roderick got the loss here, and I don't know. Roderick was the number one contender for Kushida, but they decided to have a loss on him just to because Ilya Dragunov is having a title match for NXT UK title against Walter. So I don't see Roderick Strong getting damaged, I would say that, for one loss or something. But it was odd seeing not seeing Tyler Rust. Kind of they didn't mention it as well. And yeah, but it was very odd to see, because we have been seeing three guys kind of having their place and just having collective kind of, yeah. But that felt like a odd. That's what I told. And that after that, Ilya took the mic and called out Walter, but Walter wasn't coming out and didn't accept this. And the segment ended with his theme playing, and we get to the next segment, where they actually where Prime Target was played of Kyleoreilly and Adam Cole. Prime Target video package, which is a really great video package, and loved this video package. WWE always puts on a great production value onto their video package, and this was nothing short of incredible. And the backstage the background music, the words from the competitors, the cinematic kind of style, and this was top notch, the best that you can get from WWE. And I liked it. I loved it actually. And we had a hetero segment. Hetero made the antics to call out Legado del Fantasma. So this rivalries last week they didn't capitalize on that much. Just had they actually had Del Fantasma's I mean Escobar's mask actually was burned down. Just they had a 2-3 minute segment, but they did have a time for this into the ring, and that was good. I hope to see more time getting into this rivalry. I'm very into this rivalry. And Hitro made the entrance and call out Legado del Fantasma. Isaiah Scott, I mean Santos Escobar cut off and Scott's promo by appearing on the title front screen. And Escobar noted that he did and disrespect Scott's culture by burning his mask. And he was he last week he also took his braces from his mouth while they were attacking Isaiah. And he was asked to come to the back to the outside, just that he can give. But we know what it was going, because he said that no one Joaquin Wild or Raul Mendoza is not there with him, but they were there just like a baby face, poor baby face kind of thing. Even though hetero teams, I mean all of them were saying that just don't go, but he actually gone. And that actually led to having a beat down on Isaiah Swerve Scott, which was a really great. And they had also a kind of a tribute for kind of a same kind of where NWO attacked Rey Mysterio and just driven through the garage door. And just like that they did, it was not garage door at that time, it was kind of a wall. This time this thing, it was garage door. And I like this brawl, a very good brawl that they actually produced. And in the end the faces were standing tall, as all of the I mean came through. Ashante and Dola also came through. Wild and Mendoza, all of them were brawling outside, and that looked like very good. And I thought that this they would be making a kind of a 6-man tag team, but it isn't confirmed. Don't know if they would be confirming or not in any of the SmackDown or something, maybe or any of the day or something. I don't think so. And this was good, and I really liked it. I really liked the pacing and the progress of the show. They actually put they had the rivalries are very good, and the stories are good to watch through. So nothing very bad or so, I would say. So they touched upon all the stories, so that was very good for the build up, for the final build up for the takeover. And then we had Walter, Master Battle, and Faber Eichner cut a video back, quick promo backstage about wanting to get respect out of MSK. And because they were going to have the NXT Tag Team Championship match, which didn't got a hype or something this week. Because I don't know, they didn't make a big of a deal, and it didn't feel like a big of a deal as well. This defense, title defense, and NXT tag team title situation is just kind of it's kind of into a shadow right now. It's not very kind of a prominent like it was when they had a Tommaso Ciampa and that trios rivalry they had. Then they had the that. What's Grizzly Young veteran storyline as well. So that kind of they didn't. That's not being felt. So kind of a shadow thing, which I didn't know. I didn't know about the tag team title was not being. The rivalries and all the situation and all is not being progressed onto this NXT show. That was a bit of a worry, but they did this kind of in a bit of a hurry, and they didn't chose to have a match of tag team title in NXT Takeover 36, which should have been gone, but it's already a 5-match card, so they want to trim it down. So they want to keep it at a sweet spot, and they always want to on the point kind of shows. And that's great, that's good. And we get to a kind of a squash match, you can say. There was a segment where there was a segment where L.A.Knight actually paid Kosh Briggs to beat down Cameron Grimes, because they are going to face at the pay-per-view for the $1 million championship, if Grimes loses. $1 million Man Ted DiBiase would be becoming the butler, the next butler for L.A.Knight, and Cameron Grimes to Josh Briggs is a squash match. Uh, Briggs got some slams Grimes hit with a standing splash, and then it was all Cameron Grimes and hits Briggs with that cave-in finisher, and that was it. And post that, LA Knight actually punched dead DiBiase after the match, and Grimes went to check on DiBiase, but LA Knight walks him to it and hits that face first into the that finisher, face first into the ring side, and that looked good, and that actually had a meaning to this more meaning to this rivalry, and could be a great effect to the storyline going to the pay-per-view. I would say the final build was great because they were having kind of a comedic situation. Just if we are going to face, because he's the butler, so but they did this, so they kind of a personal thing, that's good, and they did this, they did the right thing. And post that, this was a squash match, but it was fun to watch through, I would say. The story was moving on, so that's why it was good. And we get a match which was weak, I would say. Indy Hartwell and Dexter Loomis versus Robert Stone and Jesse Camilla. So Robert Stone having a new team, and Indy Hartwell, Dexter Loomis, the index storyline going on. And this was just to have their cohesion, the new kind of mixed tag team, the relationship kind of testing out, kind of having that moment, storyline moving forward. And in the ending of this match, Hartwell knocked Loomis off the apron. Stone went for the plancha, but he crashed and burned on the floor. Kamiya punched Loomis at ringside, who no sold it. Hartwell actually slammed Kamiya into the and into that into the ring, and Index defeated Robert Stone brand via submission, and that was it. And post that, they had a romantic angle as well, where they actually kissed each other, and Beth Phoenix also had a word or something, and it was fun to watch through, just soap opera thing, you can say. And yeah, kind of that. And Beth Phoenix is all into this storyline, so but and even Vic Joseph is also into the storyline now, but Wade Barrett is still not into the storyline, and he doesn't like what it's happening, because especially Hartwell actually got actually proposed Loomis, and that was there. And the post-match segment was fun, but the match itself was just kind of there. And we get to the NXT Breakout tournament. Which didn't felt like a very important kind of thing after so much of a final build-up show. They could have hold for next week, but they did this week, and this was a semi-final match, the final semi-final match. Who would be facing Odyssey Jones, Duke Hudson versus Carmelo Hayes. I thought about that Duke Hudson would be getting victory because Odyssey Jones is a face here, but they are going with a face versus face now. Odyssey Jones versus Carmelo Hayes. This was a good match, I would say, and really liked this match. Good TV match, and where in the ending of the Hayes actually hit Hudson with a lemon sticker slam for a 2 count, and Hayes got a 2 count of a small package. Carmelo hit Duke with a top rope leg drop to the back of Hudson's neck for the victory. And a good story of the speed from Carmelo Hayes, as well as the strike advantage for Duke Hudson, and the heel tactics as well. So that was a story here in this breakout tournament. So simple story, simple matchup, good TV match. Good breakout match, and we are finally getting into the finals of the NXT Breakout Tournament, which is next week, and that's Carmelo Hayes versus Odyssey Jones, which my prediction is Odyssey Jones. They are very high into Odyssey Jones, I would say, and maybe a next challenger would be, Odyssey Jones. And if Samoa Joe wins, man, Samoa Joe versus Odyssey Jones, that would be a perfect big man versus big man kind of story. And but then Joe would have been to turn heel then, because Odyssey Jones is quite a great face, a great baby face now, and he's getting very support now from the fans and the crowd. And that was it, and we get to the match, you can say the main event match, which was because this week we had a main event segment which was being saved for, that is Samoa Joe and Karrion Kross face off. MSK, Wesley and Nash Dakota versus Imperium, Marcel Barthel and Fabian Aichner for the NXT Tag Team Championship. This was a good match, good tag team title match. Nothing very over the top, nothing very great, but they worked both tag team worked it out very well worked match. MSK having their speed advantage, Imperium and Fabian Aichner using their any opportunity to get that the tag team championship, to regain that tag team championship. But in the end, MSK defeated Imperium. This match didn't have a lot of a build up as well. So yeah, so in the ending of this match, Imperium traded quick tags to keep momentum over Wesley, cutting the ring in half. Lee actually managed to slip away and bring in Carter for the hot tag. Carter hit Aichner with a PK. Lee lagged in a hit. It was many fast-paced moves that was going on. Walter got on the apron. Walter was being involved to distract MSK because Walter is an Imperium member. So they did the good job having using Walter because he's the United States. So using Walter as much as possible, you can see that, and this allowed Imperium to set up Lee for the European bomb, but Ilja Dragunov ran out, which distracted Aichner and Barthel. This allowed MSK to regain control, and so heels were getting distracted, and MSK really regained control. MSK attacked with a blockbuster powerbomb to give Wesley the pinfall victory, and MSK defeated Imperium and retained the NXT Tag Team Championship, which felt like a good TV tag team match, a good defense by MSK. I do think so that MSK should lose the tag team titles in the near future in the NXT episode or something, because Takeover is going to happen. So it is not happening. So don't wait for another Takeover or something. I think so, and they did well, but I think so. It's time to have a heel tag team to have the tag team title, and yeah. So and I think so that this story of this Timothy Thatcher and Champa actually, and so I actually forgot Champa's name, and so Thatcher and Champa, they haven't got the tag title opportunity, because they are having a rivalry with Ridge Holland right now, the Pete Dunne stuff. So after this, I am very hopeful that they are the ones who should be regaining the NXT tag team title, and yeah, so that's it. This was the match, and then we get to the final segment, Samoa Joe, Karrion face off, and this was a really good face off. I loved this face off, and they had a great brawl, I would say, better than the main roster thing they had, the title thing we have. I mean, the Roman Reigns, John Cena, let's see how it goes in SmackDown. Raw didn't have, just Goldberg did a spear, that's it. We didn't have, but this was good. They actually demolished the structure, the whole PC, you can say, the Capital Wrestling Center, and it was good. They were going to the back areas, and all the production management were also coming up. A lot of the superstars were coming up to just just to have control them both, Kross and Joe, and that looked good, and I would say that, and really loved how they actually ended up the show. So this actually they actually touched upon all the stories, all the matches which are going to happen at pay-per-view, and they did that very perfectly. A really good job they did, and for the matches, they did a really great match as well. That opening match, Roderick Strong versus Ilja Dragunov, that was great, and so this was the NXT episode this week, and go home show for NXT Takeover 36, and we are getting into the NXT Takeover 36 prediction. Before that, what's your thoughts on this week's NXT, and what's your thoughts? I mean, what's your thoughts on the opening match as well, Roderick Strong versus Ilja Dragunov? And we get into the NXT Takeover 36 predictions now. So we have the card like this. Just a second, guys. So we have a $1 million championship match where L.A.Knight is gonna face Cameron Grimes. But the stipulation is like, if Grimes loses, and this for the $1 million championship, if the Grimes loses, then $1 million man Ted DiBiase would be becoming the Butler for L.A.Knight. So I do see that this storyline is finally going to end, and Cameron Grimes is snapped right now, and he actually it's a high point. They should call the end of for this storyline, and Cameron Grimes should be winning the $1 million championship. And I can see they doing another rematch or something, but there's an interesting situation if this played out, would be very kind of shocking and interesting. and that if Ted DiBiase turns heel and helps L.A.Knight to get the victory and joins with L.A.Knight, and but Cameron Grimes would be kind of a very buffoon character then, kind of going nowhere. So I think so they should go with a good things and good stuff and good vibe thing, and LA Knight should lose the title finally, and Cameron Grimes should get the win the $1 million championship. So that's my prediction. And next we get to Kyleoreilly versus Adam Cole, 2 out of 3 falls match. So talking about this match is the third match. The first match they had the unsanctioned match. Second they had the traditional match at the Great American Bash. Both are in the 1-1 situation right now. So this is a rubber match for them. So this is a 2 out of 3 falls where every fall has a stipulation. The first fall is a traditional match chosen by Kyleoreilly. Second fall is street fight chosen by Adam Cole, and then we have if gets into third fall, if 1-1 situation, then it's going to be a third fall. Then it would be a steel cage chosen by William Regal. So that's I do want to see all the 3 falls. I do want to see that getting into the steel cage match and finally ending that undisputed the rivalry, and that's they are touting as, and I do expect that the face should get the victory because Adam Cole's contract situation is still kind of but he has signed a short-term contract. I do think so. Maybe he would be getting into the main roster, but I don't know how he will be used. I'm very not sure how he'll be used there. Uh, Vince McMahon is very high on him, and he had been reportedly gotten a deal of 1 million. That's being also rumored as well. So I do think so. I want Kyle O'Reilly to get the victory, but Adam Cole getting the victory if he stays at NXT. But there isn't a point to have Adam Cole staying in the NXT. I can't think so anything that Adam Cole should stay in the NXT. He had pretty much, he had done everything. So Kyle O'Reilly, maybe Adam Cole winning and then Adam Cole versus Samoa Joe, they can do that. But I don't know, man. I am very fed up to have he being in the NXT title picture. We have seen that thing, and just for the sake of excellent match, a great, awesome match. I think so. Adam Cole should get that main roster card and just be booked very nicely. Yeah, so that's my prediction is Kyle O'Reilly then, and I want this match to go to that final fall, the steel cage match, and next match NXT Women's Championship. Raquel Gonzalez is the champion versus Dakota Kai. So Dakota Kai actually turned on Raquel Gonzalez. So I was expecting months ago that Dakota Kai should finally turn, and Dakota Kai is also being scouted. She's been having dark matches at the Raw SmackDown after the shows. So I do think so. Dakota Kai would not be winning here. Raquel Gonzalez would be retaining the championship. But yeah, and Dakota Kai finally getting called up, and that's the way I am thinking, because Raquel Gonzalez have been a fair NXT champion, but she isn't been like in a top like Yoshirai, I would say, but she's been a good champion. I mean, a fairly well champion, and Dakota Kai winning the champion, then that story would again continue. Dakota Kai having a one title rivalry against Raquel Gonzalez again. They can do that kind of a shocking victory, but I am going with the obvious thing. They don't often lose the. I mean, in a babyface turning kind of a story, they don't have the heel getting the victory unless and until she's a very she's getting very great heel, but Dakota Kai has always been a heel. It's not like she's just changed. So that's there as well. So I'm expecting that Raquel Gonzalez would retain the NXT Women's Championship. And next we get to the Walter vs Ilja Dragunov second match. The first match they had explosive match, man. And this is the second match, and finally this is the NXT UK title match. Walter is the champion. He's somewhat like 800 days ish kind of champion, and I want finally Walter losing the championship against Ilja Dragunov. And Ilja Dragunov is getting so much support that his character and he has been grinding forever, and that story has been well produced, like Ilya Dragunov having that doubt kind of in his mind, that if he could defeat Walter, because first he wasn't able to defeat, and Walter getting into his head every time, and that small kind of big thing that is getting into the head of Ilya Dragunov, and Ilya Dragunov should get the moment, and this could be a one hell of a match. I'm very waiting forward for this match. One of the match I'm very looking forward to, and other than the Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, and the NXT Championship match. So Walter would be losing. I'm going with Ilya Dragunov getting the victory here, and finally beating the monster, and finally ending the reign of Walter, and Walter getting into the main roster. I'm very looking forward to see, as he is the United States. I do think so this could be a time where he can be bring up to the main roster, but I don't know, there's no news or rumors that's being done or something. But if he comes and he having a rivalry with Roman Reigns or something, that would be great, man. That would be so much awesome, and lots of opponents for Walter. Yeah, so NXT Championship, getting into NXT Championship. So Walter, Ilya Dragunov, and my prediction is Ilya Dragunov. He would be It's my prediction to win the NXT UK Championship. So, getting in the final match, fifth match, NXT Championship on the line. Karrion Kross, Samoa Joe has been provoked by Karrion Kross, and it's already this is the whole thing. The rivalry is going about, and he's officially a talent onto the NXT right now. And Karrion Kross, Samoa Joe, they haven't had a I mean, they had a good build, I would say. They had a brawl, they had a face off, a kind of uh, but they didn't have a too much kind of stuff. Not nitpicking here, but I'm very okay with the build, and I'm really waiting to see the match, man. How Samoa Joe performs after this kind of he had the injury, and we haven't got to see him wrestling. So that's a thing that I'm very waiting for. And Karrion Kross, Samoa Joe, when we see that Karrion Kross losing is the one you could see, because Karrion Kross is working in the main roster as well on Raw. So I could see that Karrion Kross would be called up to officially to the main roster, and then staying there and losing the championship to Samoa Joe. But I don't know if they are going to trust in a first match for Samoa Joe, because there could be anything that could happen, and this could be a match where we'll be having a very very stiff kind of match, and big man, big guys, both of them, and even though the height advantages for Karrion Kross, both are big guys. So Samoa Joe getting the victory, that's the thing, and the first ever three-time NXT champion. I'm very looking forward to. That's my prediction, but I'm kind of doubtful if Karrion Kross would be losing the champion. But because there's another scenario as well, because he's been called up to main roster, he's been working there. So that's the thing that's kind of bugging me, because that's the kind of bugging me, because he would be not losing. He would not be. He would be losing the champion. I want to say that. So Samoa Joe would be winning the NXT title. That's my prediction. I'm going with that, and finally winning the third time the NXT Championship. After that, I do see that Samoa Joe carrying Cross again, maybe, or maybe you can say that Samoa Joe versus Adam Cole. If Adam Cole stays on NXT, which I don't want to see. If they create it, I mean, I would take it. I don't have any problem. But Adam Cole should have some change and just not stay in NXT just for the great excellent match. That's my feeling, man. I want to see something change for him, and that's getting to the bigger leagues, man. Yeah, he's much deserved that. So Samoa Joe is my prediction. So for the and winning the NXT Championship. So highlighting the my predictions. Final time. Uh, Cameron Grimes, $1 million championship. Had Kyle O'Reilly, 2 out of 3 falls match. Raquel Gonzalez retaining the NXT Women's Championship. Ilya Dragunov winning the NXT UK Championship. And Samoa Joe winning the NXT championship. That's my prediction for the NXT Takeover 36 card. So this is my prediction, guys. Please do kindly have your thoughts as well on the comments below on the Takeover 36 card. And I expect a great, this would be a great pay-per-view. Just have 5 matches, and these all are going to be and very good, great matches. And so expecting a great weekend, guys, and hope to see you enjoy, guys. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Until then, be safe, stay energetic, and peace.